First of all, welcome, and thank you for a wonderfully successful year in 2012. Highlights for this year really start with our first value, and that's safety. As most of you may be aware, we were highly successful after a rather unsuccessful 2011 in getting our safety programs implemented and having huge accomplishments in the field. We saw our all-incident rate reduce in excess of 70% year on year, and that's an accomplishment, first of all, to the professionals who got out in the field to ensure that the training and the programs occurred. But as well, it's a testimony to our management team for their support and efforts in getting these initiatives across the line. And it's certainly a testimony to every employee who's out in the field performing the work for AngloGold Ashanti. Their commitments to working safe is our first value, as I stated earlier, and it absolutely was a hallmark for our success in 2012. Another hallmark that was a real important milestone for us was the success we've achieved at our Gramalote project, and I can't state enough how important it was that we saw as one of our most significant risk issues the issue dealing with the artisanal miners. And the social sustainability team led by Julian Villarreal, certainly supported by the management structure, Romulo Sanhueza and his team, were highly successful in bringing to conclusion the work associated with getting the artisanal miners, number one, to come to agreement to the cessation of their activities, and importantly, starting a new chapter in their life. Some of them as employees of AngloGold, some of them potentially as service providers to AngloGold, and others choosing to move on with their lives in new endeavors. So, mission accomplished, excellent effort all the way around. We still have some work to finish that up, but by and large, that thing was just a fantastic job. I will add to that another real milestone that occurred at our Gramalote project, and this is a huge accomplishment to the land acquisition team led by Andreas. Huge success with Andreas Orozco and the land acquisitions team at the Gramalote project, clearly advancing a scope of work that we envisioned was going to take much longer to occur, and the team has done an excellent job. A third area of effort where we saw tremendous accomplishment and success in 2012 was the Gramalote metallurgical design and process design work. That was a body of work led by John Naisbitt and complemented with a team, Barry Borges, Danilo Diaz, Cobus Redemeyer, Matthew Brook, Brett Jameson, and a host of other projects people that really have taken concepts that started out in late summer 2012 and have advanced those to really outstanding results that are going to add a tremendous amount of value to the project. So a tremendous technical accomplishment by that team out in the field, and again, we take our hats off to that significant effort. Lastly, I would add with the Gramalote team just a tremendous all-around effort in leadership by both Romulo Sanhueza and John Naisbitt, in really building a strong team that's going to lead that project to success. It's had a huge amount of support from across the business unit here, and again, we're very pleased with the accomplishments that team has put together. As we turn to La Colosa, significant improvements and opportunities were identified in 2012. Most notably, and this will be something that will be forthcoming in the 2012 year-end reserve statements, is we successfully advanced the ore reserves at La Colosa. This is truly a Tier 1 world-class deposit, and this represents just a huge increase over where the project was just a few short years ago. In addition, we saw just a number of areas of significant improvement across the business unit, most notably, again, the safety performance at that site, the advancement of technical studies, and I think perhaps the most significant effort that's coming out of the La Colosa project, an effort led by Ingrid Suarez and Orlando Peralta and John Guzman, has been on the infrastructure. we now believe we have taken a significant advance towards technical solutions that will allow the Colosa project to advance in spite of a number of opposition issues being raised that are essentially going to come off the table. And those opposition issues center primarily on the use of water. The technical solutions offered by the Colosa team, in my opinion, will make that issue go away completely. And it's a significant issue. I would call this a game-changing issue in the history of the development of the Colosa project. So, again, my hat's off to that development team. You know, all along the way, you can point to these kinds of successes that happened at our projects. The last opportunity I would like to take with regard to our Colombian activities is our comrades over in the exploration department. And Nick Weiner came on board, but it's a very solid team. Some of the real key principals are Oscar Sepulveda and Timolón Garzón. And it's just a whole team of people that, under their leadership and Nick's as well, we've been able to advance the Quebradona project. We're getting some deep drilling that's occurring in the last part of this year. And again, we're very excited about what the opportunity might hold with that developing exploration play. 2013 looks like an outstanding year as we wind up 2012 with a lot of opportunities in front of us.